name Shay. Chloe Shay. The other day, boredom spoke to me, because, you know, that's what boredom does, speaks to you in your mind. And it said, during this Marvel hiatus, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Black Widow postponed to November, everything postponed. I don't know what's going on. Is it gonna come out? Is it not coming out? And don't even get me started on Marvel, on X-Men New Mutants. What is going on? So I decided to rewatch like half of all the Marvel movies, like the old ones and all my favourite Marvel movies. And then I thought, what if I ranked them? Like, I love all the characters, but which one character's the best? Which character's strongest? Which one has the brightest personality? I'm not gonna do all the Marvel characters in this video, because as you can see from my list, there's so many, and I don't want this video to be an hour long, so I decided to do the original 6. The 6 from the first Avengers movie. That is Captain America, Iron Man, Hawkeye, Black Widow, the Hulk, and Thor. I also got this idea because I found my Moshi Monsters top trump cards from when I was like 7, and in it they all rank from different things. They rank cuteness, mischief, top speed, and brains. So I thought, create some categories of my own and rank them out of 10. So I created 4 categories. Number 1, powers, then their films, personality and character development, and skills. First up, I thought it was fitting to do the first Avenger, Captain America, aka Steve Rogers. So his powers are strength, agility, and speed. Like, from watching all the movies he's in, that's what I got out of it. I have rated them 5 out of 10 because without Peggy, he'd have no powers. It's all Peggy. I think it is all Peggy. The Super Serum must have worked wonders. Before, his arms were as skinny as this pen. Skinny. And then after, he was thick as this book. Thick as this 1,000-page book. And let me add, this book is thicker than the Bible. So, context, he was thick. So, next on the categories is films. His films were The First Avenger, Winter Soldier, and Civil War. First of all, I hate The First Avenger. I feel like it's one of the worst and weakest Marvel films, and it was really mediocre. So I did not rewatch that, so if I get some things wrong, you know, let me know. I don't know everything. Last time I watched that film was a good 3 years ago. I don't plan on rewatching it. Winter Soldier, amazing. I love Winter Soldier. One of my favourite Marvel films of all time. The fight scenes were amazing. Character development, showing his relationship with Bucky, and lastly, Civil War. Civil War was amazing, but it wasn't amazing because of Steve Rogers. Steve Rogers was the reason half of Civil War was stupid, because his whole team was stupid. So I rated films 7 out of 10. Next on the list, personality / character development. So he went from a noodle to an old man. Let me just get this out of the way. I do not like Steve. I don't like his personality. I don't think he has much personality. I did think he was a bit selfish at the end of Endgame for leaving everyone for Peggy, but don't really care. Don't care about his character. I feel like Captain America would be better as Sam because he actually has personality. But in Endgame, I feel like he did have a bit of personality, has some great lines, like America's ass. And let me just stop myself there. Because I love Chris Evans. I love Chris Evans when he has a beard. That's the only thing that was wrong about Endgame. He shaved the beard within the first, 5 to 10 minutes.
Disgusting!
So I may not like his personality, but I don't hate his personality. It could be better, but I don't think there's much there. So, but he did have some character development. I saw that there was some growth. So I rate him a 6. Next, skills. His skills consist of throwing a shield, fighting, being an old man. I give it a 5 because that shield, it can do some real damage. Next up we have Black Widow, aka Natasha Romanoff. And look who we have here. We have Little Pop Vinyl Natasha. She is watching me make this video and nodding her head. It's either a nod of her head or a shake of her head in disappointment. And can't blame her. So Natasha, she does not have any powers, but she's highly skilled in her training and she fights like a badass. So I am giving her a 7. So next, films. She doesn't have any films of her own yet, since Black Widow was pushed forward like 8 months. I cannot count. Don't take my word for it. So I listed all the Marvel films she's ever been in. So that is Iron Man 2, Avengers Assemble, Winter Soldier, Age of Ultron, Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame. So yes, Iron Man 2, I just feel like she was there for eye candy. You didn't really know that she could fight until right at the end. Age of Ultron, I feel like that's where she's had most of her, a lot of her character development, because it has flashbacks to the Red Room, so you know a bit about her past. She said she was infertile and really got some vulnerability. And Infinity War, that was her blonde bob. Blonde bob, not a good look for her, but I don't know who decided to put her on a blonde bob. Maybe she was Yelena Belova the whole time and they switched faces and she wanted to keep her blonde hair. So, I don't know. And lastly, Endgame. I'm not even going to think about it. It is sad. Sad. Like, anyone that thinks different, that Clint should have been the one who died. He should have died. He has no personality.
You're boring.
Nothing. And that's all I'm gonna say. So I give her just 8 for films. I forgot how to count my own fingers.
Call the police. We need to call the police.
Do not judge me. Have not been to school in over a month. Next up, it is personality. As I said, first few films are really meant to be eye candy, and then in Winter Soldier you can see like her obligation to SHIELD and the mission always coming first. And then the last couple films like Civil War and Endgame, you could really see that vulnerability and guilt, and at the end she died to save everyone. So what else should I say? I cannot give her anything low, so I give her a 9. Okay, next up, skills. Skills, she is a highly trained assassin, so that is high on my book. She is good with guns. Pew pew. One can say we're the same person. I have a great aim with this water gun. We're the same. You saw how I jumped over my bed? One can say we're the same person. We are the same. She is also a spy. That's always something that you need. Great fighter, loves the team. So I give it a 10. Next, we have Hawkeye. Hawkeye. Who loves Hawkeye? Just tell me, who loves Hawkeye? I don't think there's any Hawkeye stands out there. Like, he's boring. He is boring.
You're boring.
So For the first category, powers. He does not have any powers. He just used a bow and arrow, some kind of a sword. So I give that a 4. Films. He was Avengers Assemble, Age of Ultron, Civil War. Wait. Was he in Civil War? I do not remember. Like, oh no, I don't pay attention to his character. I think he was in Civil War. Not sure. I'm like 70% sure he was in that film. I don't know. And then Endgame. So he's been in 4 films. Avengers, he was evil for like most of it, and it was cringe. Age of Ultron, you get a bit of tiny bit of character development when you meet his family. I think the best bit about him is the person playing his wife.
So, you're boring.
Civil War, don't know if he's in the film, have not rewatched it. Maybe I should have before filming this video. Too late, can't really do anything about that. So, don't know. And Endgame, he was a sad boy. Trying to be stoic, but it was really uncharacteristic and cringy. He could not sell that. Like, no. So I give him a 6 for films because Age of Ultron, when he met his family, was actually quite cute. And in Endgame, like, he really sold the first scene when all his family died, well, disappeared. Next up, personality and character development. So, talk about Ronan. Stupidity of Ronan. Did not sell it well, no personality, and was boring.
You're boring.
I did not pay attention to him in any scenes. Boring. Except from the beginning. I have to give it to him. That first disintegration scene, it was great. I give him a 2. No, not 4. 2 for personality and character development. Like, we didn't really see much character development, but I don't know, he's getting a Disney Plus series, so maybe we'll see more. Last category, skills. He does bow and arrow, sword, and he is sad. Oh, he has an amazing other skill that I have had in the back of my mind. He makes Natasha look good. Every scene with him and Natasha, she looks amazing. So, gotta give it to him. So I give him a 4. So now we have the Hulk, Big Green, aka Bruce Banner. His powers are smash and Big Green. He smashes things and he becomes big and green. So I rate it a 6. Films, he doesn't have any films, or he has like films when it's not Mark Ruffalo playing him, and I don't want to see a different Hulk that's played by anyone other than Mark Ruffalo, so I'm not watching those films. So I'm listing all the other films he's been in. Avengers, Age of Ultron, Thor Ragnarok, Infinity War, and Endgame. This does, like, he is great in films. Collectively him and Bruce Banner, because Bruce, he has this relationship with Nat in Age of Ultron, and for Ragnarok, actual Hulk, he expresses that he has feelings, and him and Thor actually have a really heartwarming scene together. I give him a 7. Okay, next, personality and character development. He went from like bland scientist that sometimes turned into Hulk to Professor Hulk. In the middle, he had like a relationship, even though it wasn't developed. And then like you saw that Hulk had feelings, the trauma that he had in Infinity War because he could not turn. Like, he couldn't turn into Hulk. Hulk was like, afraid of Thanos. Yeah, you saw his trauma going through that afterwards. So I rate it a 7. Next, skills. His skills are breaking things, throwing people around. That tends to be very effective though, because in Thor Ragnarok, he literally, I was afraid. I know what's going to happen first time I watched Thor Ragnarok, and he's also extremely smart. He has like a good 7 PhDs. I don't know, don't fact check that. My rating is...
What's not clicking? What's not clicking?
8. 8. Next one, we have Thor. His powers are he being the god of thunder, and he has lightning, and he is very strong. He is macho man. So I rate that an 8. Like, you really get to see his powers in Infinity War, even Endgame, and for Ragnarok, like when he was coming, beating down all of Hela's minions. 8. Next, films. Thor Dark World, and Thor Ragnarok. Thor and Thor Dark World, not good. Not good. I did not rewatch those 2 films for this video because I'm just not. Nothing's gonna make me watch those films. I found his character was bad, and everything just seemed out of character. It was always brooding and serious. But for Ragnarok, he really got to see his lighter side, comedic side, and he didn't take things seriously, and it was funny. He was so funny and lighthearted. It was great. And you saw that continue on to Infinity War and Endgame. Next we have personality / character development. I do not know why I'm acting like this. If you are annoyed, I am sorry. I love Fickful. Ragnarok, he was just trying to find himself again, and he realized he doesn't really need the hammer. And then Infinity, he got the axe. By Endgame, he was a complete mess. He was a mess. But it kind of saw his human side. He may be a god, but he has also got some
What's not clicking? What's not clicking?
Human traits, and it was unexpected him putting loads of weight, but it made sense. So I rate his personality and character development a 7. Because you really can't take away the first 2 films. Next, skills. He is a god. You can't really say anything more with skills than that. But I'll add throwing a hammer / axe to the mix, being comedic and light-hearted. That is great. He is great. So I rate him an 8. Finally, we have the Iron Man himself, and I am wearing my proof that Tony Stark has a heart necklace, just to honour the great Tony Stark. I'm also wearing, if you guys notice, Spider-Man We Met on the Web. Doesn't look like Spider-Man, it looks more like Deadpool. I do not care, but I think it's cute. His first powers, he doesn't have any powers, but he does have a robotic suit. And man oh man, is that robotic suit impressive. Especially in Endgame when he used nanotech and it literally just builds around him. And that is great. So I give him a 7. Films, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3. I watched Iron Man 3 this morning because it's been a while. It's been a couple years and I needed to put it back in my memory. Iron Man 3 is great. You see his trauma and vulnerability as he has many panic and anxiety attacks. Yeah, all the Iron Man films are great. So I rate films as a 9. Next, we have personality and character development. He went from playboy to father / husband. Come on, there's no bigger character development than that. Come at me, argue with me, there is none. You do see vulnerability throughout the whole Marvel series, Iron Man 3 with the boy Harley, and then with Spider-Man, Peter Parker, treating him like basically a son, and then when he actually has a child. So, character development, that is a 10. A 10. Nothing more than a 10. Skills, he's a genius. And also, Tony Stark said it best, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist. And even without the suit, he can do so much. In Iron Man 3, when he broke into the compound, like this compound, to try and save Pepper, like, he was just using his smarts and his inventions. And just like, what other Avenger can do that? Like, Bruce is smart. I don't see him doing any of that in Thor Ragnarok. So I rate his skills a 10. Now for the totals. I added all of the points up in my brain. That's a lie, I asked Siri. But anyway, at number 6, we have scoring 16 points. We have Hawkeye. Who doubted that his mediocrity would land him last place? I didn't. Did you? Leave a comment down below. And number 5, we have at 23 points, Captain America. I feel like he would have had less points, but I'm slightly biased because when he has his beard, he comes through. Chris Evans comes through. And next, number 4 and number 3. They are so close. So close. There's only 1 point between them. And 4th place, we have Hulk, 28 points. 3rd place, Thor, 29 points. I have no regrets. I think that's the order. And number 2, with 34 points, we have Black Widow. I did not doubt that. She was threatening me behind the camera. I had to. Also, glad I did. She deserves it. Should have had a film earlier. Didn't have to die. Maybe she did die. Maybe Florence Pugh wore her face. And number 1, the person who started it all, Iron Man, with 36 points. He deserves first place. He is first place. So that's it, guys. If you had any other different lists, make your own lists, comment them down below. I'd really like to hear your opinions on Marvel. Anything else? No. Also comment if you'd like to see you do a listing of all the new characters like Scarlet Witch, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, and yeah, or do you want me to do a list of all the different Spider-Mans, the original Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland, Miles Morales? I can do that. And yeah, any suggestions, any criticisms, I take constructive criticism, nothing else. Just comment them down below. If you enjoyed this video, smash the like button and subscribe down below. If you've gotten this far, thank you for watching the video. I really enjoyed making it. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Bye.
So was my day.